Okay, guys, so welcome back to the Evil Within. So, we went back to the James, so chapter 5. So, we got to go. I know what he did. What? James, thanks for telling me. What are you doing? What the? Bruh, that's not going to distract you. Bruh, get away from that! That would make him worse.
I can't handle this on my own.
I know they hate fire. Whoa. That's good.
Shit. A dead end. I'll look for another route. Let's meet up by the horse statue there. This way.
Jane. What are you doing?
Wait, there was something about a horse in that house back there. Let me see what I wrote.
Baba!
I guess we go down.
Oh,
So.
Bye. Ew, Majay, who farted? Who farted? Okay, guys, so we are in the hospital, but we're going to get hospitalized. Build these. Last one. Hard body. I just need it. That's it. Let's go. And we can't get a trophy from. We can get a trophy from upgrading all your abilities. You can get a trophy. Yeah.
You don't need to worry about me.
Yeah. That's easy, Majin. Hey, Dad. Dad, look at this. Dad, come look at this. Dad, look. Dad, come look at this.
Close the door.
Dad, see the trophy, Dad. You see the trophy?
No, if you don't come close the door, it's going to be a problem.
See the trophy, Dad?
Let me see.
I'll upgrade all my abilities. And my tablet. Oh. Wait, let me see. Yeah. Go to the tablet. Thank God. Okay, cheeseburger. Well, I really wanted the chicken nugget. I found my tablet. Right there. I see it.
Turn this shit on in a minute. I'm going to watch my movie.
Team time!
I'm going to put this charger back in the room for y'all losing leaving in the wall.
WrestleMania 2 victory.
My day.
How about you come out here tonight so I can embarrass you in my hometown? The Queen City. Carter, you know how Titan Charlotte from your words to eliminate team on the track? Great question there by Canada. Ronda Rousey, though, is heading to the arena here in Charlotte. Ronda doesn't give a damn about the track. Ronda doesn't get that in Charlotte. Every time you're born here, you're talking. Ronda Rousey will never back down from fight. And she is marching her way to the ring. An opportunity to SmackDown Women's Champion player. Focused on one thing and one thing alone. Oh, wait a minute. Charlotte Flair and a kendo stick waiting ringside. Close relation to the 30th player of the day. And what's Rousey using the Ronda Rousey. Got that using our Rousey. Take the back of Charlotte Flair.
Here.
And Rousey Flair, these two will go on WrestleMania.
Big.
Charlotte trying to escape. And Flair goes out with a broken arm out back of her head. Ronda Rousey going for an arm bar. It's Flair now trying to the post. And Rousey caught Flair here at ringside.
Here.
Ronda Rousey grabs it back over her shoulder. WrestleMania sign is
Ooh.
it's all on the Twitch. There's Charlotte take advantage.
And that's just an empty cup. That is not. It's not surprised that it's just an empty cup.
Submission movie so Charlotte used last week. Trying to apply now with the tender stick. The tender stick was seen on Rousey was trying to tap. Ronda Rousey is still on the a defiant Ronda Rousey. Yet the tap. Charlotte in her own down. Charlotte clearly frustrated. Really on the wrist. Charlotte frustrated. She couldn't tap Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey now reacted as 3 days before our tap. And perhaps Charlotte gets us back. Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. Savage with this. The baddest woman on the planet. Put on table. First, the mass celebrity showdown between the good, the bad, and the cut ladies. But only one will move on to the finale. Two celebrities will unmatch. Then, Domino Masters is the spring smash competition. With 100 grand up for grabs, 4 new teams land on the line.
I never thought I'd be this upset building Domino.
Wednesday is all new. It's the Masked Singer and Domino Masters on Fox.
On Saturday, playing Cities in the Roof of a multi-million-dollar mansion. The homeowner knows what ignited this inferno. Plus, Amelia Pierce-Feinberg, 2 airboats ending up on a collision course in the Everglades. See it all again on 7 News.
Switch to something new in 2022. It's Rooms to Go Anniversary Sale. New looks, new styles, new possibilities, all at amazing sale prices. Right now,
He looks like Tom Holland.
Anniversary Sale.
Interferes with balance,
On a trip.
and judgment. These effects are heightened by sun exposure and heat. She was a smart gal. If she had known this before she went to that party, things could have turned out much different. In real life, we don't get a do-over. We don't change our lives.
Sorry. That's the end. That's the
The better brand keeps getting better. New 2022 Volkswagen SUV.
Shivani. That's the end.
Also available with 0 down. The new 2022 Taos costs less than the CRV and RAV4 and your best in class sports 36 highway MPGs. The 2022 Tiguan can seat 7. Most other SUVs in its class can't. And both VW models are car driver editor's choice winners. Drive engineering with 0 down. Visit VWFlorida.com.
Don't just rely on your cell phone to connect to the internet. Enjoy a year of free internet service when you add 1 line of unlimited mobile with 5G for only $30 a month when you qualify for the Affordable Connectivity Program. Enjoy fast, reliable internet so you can do more streaming, chatting, gaming, sharing, and everything else that you love for less. Act now and save big with free home internet for a year and unlimited mobile from Xfinity. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
It's the Rooms to Go Anniversary Sale, so stay better with this special offer. Buy this Kingsdown mattress in your choice of size, just $577. That's any size.
Bruh,
No price.
what is
Even a
that
king-size
song?
mattress, just $577 during the Rooms to Go Anniversary Sale.
7 News is brought to you by the Beaches of South Florida. On Mountain Avenue. Oh.
Sudden impact. A truck driving straight into
In flames. A multi-million-dollar mansion torched. Plus tragedy.
There was a fever driving westbound in the eastbound lane.
The government only issued 21 votes in just over a minute. Airboat blaze. Tourists stung by the Everglades emergency.
A lot of black smoke. I mean, it's a little scary.
The storm, first on 7. Miami Beach mayhem. The mayor says this spring break weekend could get wild.
It does feel like it's
Play with me! Play with me!
a warm weekend, and we could see some showers before Monday. Some biologists think party groundbreaking research.
Guard!
Species. There are 7
Play with me! Play with me!
Just what Super Trek students.
I'm Dr. Nari, the news at
Daddy heard me, Dad?
right now.
I said play with me!
Dramatic new video at 10. A driver's dangerous decision puts him in the path of an oncoming train. Well, welcome again, everybody. That truck went around the crossing guard and wound up in trouble on the tracks.
It's just the latest crash in what's becoming a troubling trend. The 19's wrap-up period is live in Hallandale Beach with tonight's top story, rough by out.
And the driver of that truck had to be rushed to the hospital. It was a trauma alert, so clearly some serious injuries. And if you look back here, you get a sense as to why. This is just some of the wreckage left behind.
This is the moment a Brightline train slammed into a pickup truck in Hallandale Beach Friday afternoon. Here it is again. We've slowed it down so you can get a better look at what happened. Just after 5:30, the Brightline approaches the railroad crossing at Southwest 3rd Street and South Dixie Highway. You see the silver truck drive up the wrong way and around the big arm and onto the track a split second before it's hit. You can also see the arm thrust down into the ground. And the impact so powerful, not only did it completely destroy the front end of the pickup truck here, but it knocked it across the road, flipped it on its side, and tore that gate on and crossing signal. I feel so sorry. Mercedes Hoagland lives nearby and walked up to the aftermath. We showed her the video of the crash. She was speechless. And this is just the latest in a recent string of similar Brightline-related crashes throughout South Florida. This one happened in Lake Worth last month. This car also driving around the gate before being hit. The driver rushed to the hospital. Also in February, a pedestrian struck and killed by a Brightline in Hallandale Beach. And just a few days ago in Hollywood, another pedestrian died after being hit by a Brightline. That's terrible. As for this latest incident, those who saw what was left of the truck praying for the driver who was rushed to the hospital.
Somebody just told me that the guy is in very bad condition.
Hopefully they're in his hands.
Okay, so back out here live, you can see these workers right now. They're actually blocking off traffic here whenever a train goes by because, once again, the signals here, they work. Brightline did send us a statement saying that driving around the gate is illegal as well as a very dangerous act because it can put a lot of other people at risk as well. Now, of course, we have reached out to the police to figure out how this truck driver is doing. So now we have not heard back yet, but as soon as we have any new information, we'll be sure to bring that to you. They're putting live in Hallandale Beach. Come up here. 7 News Nights.
Okay. When I'm done, you finna go back. When I'm done eating my food, you finna get my phone.
$1 million water pump mansion. Firefighters not only battling the blaze from the outside, crews had to go inside that burning house to try to get this thing under control. Our team's Franklin White is live tonight in that Fort Lauderdale neighborhood with more. Franklin.
And that multi-million-dollar mansion built is severely damaged. Take a look, and that damage is extensive. But the work to put it out, no easy task.
It's sad to see someone's house
Like, bring
and all the emotions that must go along with that.
We're now seeing the damage done after flames ripped through the roof of a multi-million-dollar mansion. But the work to put it out wasn't easy.
We ran into some water issues with it being a long island with only one water main going down the middle of the street.
Fire and rescue here on the scene. Fort Lauderdale Fire and Rescue telling us the 8,000 square foot home went up in flames along Southeast 7th Street Friday afternoon. The fire is so intense.
Now made a second alarm for manpower.
They had to call in more than 50 first responders to help put it out. The silhouettes of some of them spotted inside the home battling the blaze. The
sides of the building. We called for our fire boats to respond, and we're able to establish a secondary water source and more hose lines on the backside of the house.
The homeowner who doesn't live there tells 7 News the fire started while work was being done on the house. They used the torch to put down the water response. And during that fire's fight, some first responders were transported due to medical issues from the heat. The homeowner is just thankful things went worse. Everybody was out of the house, the animals, the vehicles, everybody. So that's the good side of the story. And so once again, that mansion is severely damaged. No one inside the home was hurt. And the fire remains under investigation. Reporting in Fort Lauderdale tonight, Central White 7 News.
There are new details tonight in a bus tragedy. Police say the shooter fired 21 gunshots and just over a minute, 2 people on board did not survive. And the suspected shooter is no stranger to the law. 7 News uncovering at least 17 different mugshots over the past decade. And the 19's Marisol Burgos has that new information from Broward Health Medical Center, where some of the victims are still being treated there tonight. Marisol.
And we know 2 victims are still here at the hospital. And tonight you will hear from friends of one of the victims who passed away. A bus driver makes this decision after a shooting on her bus.
Ran into me and a lot of cars.
The Broward County Transit bus smashes into a taxi and another car before getting to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. On board, 34-year-old Jamichal Myers. Detectives say he loaded his gun twice and fired 21 bullets.
It don't make this dude want to just get on the bus and just shoot. I really want to know what happened.
Cheryl Cummings' longtime family friend Gregory Campbell, passenger on that bus, died.
He was the best person to be around.
On his way home from work, and this happened. Just getting off from work.
Passenger Danny Colon also passed away. Rescue crews rushed 2 other shooting victims to the hospital. Other passengers quickly got off that bus, still in shock.
One person right here that looks is either custody.
7 Skyforce capturing the chaos from above, and the moment Myers surrendered and officers took him away. Myers' history of run-ins with officers dates back to 2007. In this recent case, detectives are still piecing together why Myers pulled the trigger on that bus.
They didn't in the wrong way.
The bus driver, Gwendolyn Whitfield, credited for her bravery that afternoon. The Amalgamated Transit Union praising her for these actions. Those people who knew Campbell can't believe he's gone.
When she came screaming to me, I jumped up and I'm screaming. And I'm hurt. Because that's like my nephew.
And Myers, the suspect, is charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Live at Broward Medical Health Center, Marisol Burgos, 7 News 13.
Bright energy tonight across the Magic City. We are in for a warm weekend. It's gorgeous out there with that full moon. So nice. But what about the rain? Meteorologist Frank Cameron is here to tell us about it.
We do have some minor changes coming. First, slightly warmer for the weekend, which is now here. You mentioned that full moon, quiet skies under the moon tonight. Last day of winter, that's on Saturday, tomorrow. Will be extra warm across the region, and on Sunday, which is the start of spring, some showers likely to sprout out. Plus, temperatures go this hour, 78 in Fort Lauderdale and in Marathon, 77 officially in Miami. Looking hour by hour, here's a look at what the models suggest: a few isolated patchy clouds coming in, and then maybe minimal stray showers in the morning, but most places will actually be dry. We're just looking at a 20% rain change on Saturday morning. Temperature highs around 86 degrees. And here's the wide view as we see some rain and storm activity to the north. Could that be in our future eventually? But we're going to follow the front as it moves gradually southward. There it goes into central Florida as we get deeper into the weekend. And on Sunday, that boundary could reach us with the better rain chance. I'll have your updated forecast in just a few minutes. Nice weather for the most part has hundreds of spring breakers packing South Beach. Officers trying to control these crowds and finding it's not exactly an easy job. The 1970 Fox side along Ocean Drive ahead of what's expected to be a wild weekend out there, Sheldon.
Very wild, Jeff, and you can say now, after tonight, thousands of people on Ocean Drive. We're comfortable saying that. Plenty of police here as well as we swing it around. We show you just how many, or some of the many cops who are out here, and as we push it into the crowd that way, man, you can show just how thick it is as we go south on Ocean Drive. Normally, at the start of 2022, they made this a traffic zone where cars could again travel Ocean Drive. Not tonight. It's all people traffic. March Madness.
Oh, it's been real crazy.
Spring break is strong on Miami Beach. Even with thousands partying on Ocean Drive, this spring break, compared to previous years, and last year's in particular, the general consensus from officials is that it's been rather light so far.
It does feel like a tender.
Mayor Dan Gelber says this weekend, the one that follows St. Patrick's Day, typically gets the biggest crowds.
And we're going to be as prepared as we can possibly be. We always hold our breath in March.
This is one of at least 2 mini stampedes Thursday. It's not known what caused either. The Friday night crowd looks massive, as does the police presence. And this takes place Sunday night. In surveillance video obtained exclusively by 7 News, it first shows the spring break crowd get dispersed. And then a scooter, which ends up falling to the ground. Cops take notice. Then it goes south. Beach police say he slapped an officer's hand away and resisted an apprehension. He's warned. The struggle continues, and then he's tasered twice and arrested for battery on an officer and other charges. Still, incidents like these are down in 2022. And the hope is it stays that way. And as we come back out live to a packed Ocean Drive, got some friends out here saying hello. You can see that the roadway is now opened up for traffic on Ocean Drive. Feels like the sirens continue, and now you've got drivers heading southbound on Ocean. We're in Miami Beach, Sheldon Clark. 7 News.
That's fine.
Well, the first time around with state custody and a deadlocked jury. Now round 2 each. Once again, decision day for the man accused of fatally stabbing a woman in her home. And 18, Brandon.
Hey, Dad!
With the verdict.
Dad!
With no election Friday morning as he's found guilty of murder, now faces the death penalty. His hands cuffed, he only whispered to an attorney before being led from the courtroom. At best, he's looking at life in prison.
So we're obviously disappointed, but now we have to move on and prepare for the penalty phase of the trial.
Brazilians broke into Jill Sue's Davie home back in 2014. Police say he was there to burglarize it, but when he found the 59-year-old woman inside, he stabbed her to death, tied her hands and feet, and left her in the bathtub. Her son would find her body.
Just face down in this bathtub that's just full of blood.
Prosecutors told the jury the evidence pointed to Rosilis.
Even with the gold standard, and his DNA is there.
2 years after he was arrested, he escaped, ran right out of the courthouse, was on the loose for 6 days. The jury in his first trial late last year was hung. One juror telling 7 News some were unwilling to convict based on the color of his skin.
They said, I don't want to send a young black male to jail for the rest of their life.
This time, though, they needed just 2 full days to deliberate before coming back with murder in the first degree. The prosecutor says it's justice for the victim's family.
There's nothing that's going to bring back Mrs. Sue. There's nothing that's going to make up for the loss of, a wonderful woman. But they're so happy to know that they put their faith on the legal process, and in the end, it worked out.
And the same jury that found him guilty of murder in the first degree will also be the jury who decides if he gets life in prison or the death penalty. At the Broward County Courthouse, Brandon Byer, 7 News 19.
A chilling reminder of the human cost of the battle for Ukraine. Dozens of empty strollers in the western city of Lviv, symbolizing the number of children lost so far. And Russia's president holding what many see as a chilling rally. Thousands of supporters packing a stadium cheering on Vladimir Putin as his deadly invasion rages on. Meantime, U.S. President Joe Biden holding a critical call with China's leader, warning China to stay out of this. The 19th Joe Rhodes is tracking all of the developments. He's in the news box. Joe.
Well, President Biden said to issue a stern warning to China's Xi Jinping. Don't back Russia, or there will be consequences. Russian military strikes continue to pummel Ukraine. 4 miles from the western refugee hub of Lviv and 50 miles from the NATO-allied Poland border, 4 Russian cruise missiles hit an aircraft repair facility critically, one that maintains MiG fighter jets much in demand by Ukraine. The Lviv region is a key conduit for military aid being shipped in by the U.S. and other countries.
Any cargo moving into Ukrainian territory, which we would believe is carrying weapons, would be a fair game.
In Mariupol, new satellite images show the destruction of the southern seaport city, cars lined up on the road trying to make an escape. It is here that rescue workers pulled 130 survivors out of the theater-turned-shelter hit by Russian strikes. It's feared as many as 1,300 might still be under the rubble. And Russia's unrelenting pounding of the capital, Kyiv, continues. Images from above show Russia is digging into the earth to protect its military equipment as it continues to bombard that city. 1 killed and 19 injured when another residential building was hit. Russia, though, says it doesn't intentionally target civilians.
How many mistakes they do? How many civilians have to kill? And after that, to explain about mistake from Russian forces.
Like many global events, the war in Ukraine tying back to South Florida. Dr. Zev Neuwirth leads the United Hatzalah medical team at the Ukrainian border, leading the medical team to care for Ukrainians.
We see people anywhere literally crying out in pain, and we see pain, suffering. I would be able to sit and do nothing.
Dr. Neuwirth is set up along the border in Moldova, having those teams go into Ukraine.
So with that, put together a small team with myself, a couple paramedics, and we rented there, basically from word of mouth, saying we have some individuals in this location, they're sick or they've been injured, that we go in and initially assess, stabilize, treat, and do next step.
In Moscow, some 200,000 people were reportedly ordered to leave offices and schools, all to attend a rally there. Russian President Vladimir Putin talked up his brutal war of choice and the faltering troops.
Shoulder to shoulder, they help and support each other, and if needed, they would take a bullet for one another on the battlefield.
In the center of Lviv, a memorial of 109 empty baby strollers, signifying the number of children killed in the fighting so far. One refugee had this to say about Putin.
He simply went mad. That's it. This is what I think, because a sane person would never do anything like this.
Here in the United States, President Joe Biden meeting virtually with Chinese President Xi Jinping Friday. As concerns grow, China could lend financial or military assistance to Russia as it wages this deadly invasion. According to the White House, Biden said Chinese firms would pay a major price if China backs Russia. A Russian mediator in the ongoing peace talks actually said Friday the two sides were close to a compromise on Ukraine's future neutral status and NATO ambitions. Whether that happens remains to be seen. We're live in the Newsplex. Joe Rhodes, 7 News 19.
Meantime, Joe, President Joe Biden's Supreme Court nominee, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is facing backlash from the GOP days before her confirmation hearings begin on Capitol Hill. Republican Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri posted a thread on Twitter claiming Judge Jackson has a pattern of being lenient in sex offender cases. Hawley cited incidents where he said Jackson handed out punishments in several child porn cases that were below the federal sentencing guidelines. The White House calls those claims, quote, faulty accusations.
In the vast majority of cases involving child sex crimes, the sentences Judge Jackson imposed were consistent with or above what the government or U.S. probation recommended. For example, there are arguments that have been made out there by Senator Hawley and others that where he he took a snippet of a transcript out of context when in fact Judge Jackson was repeating something a witness said in order to ask a question about their testimony. And attempts to smear or discredit her history and her work are not borne out in facts.
And questions surrounding these claims will likely be raised at Jackson's confirmation hearings coming up very soon. Those hearings do start Monday morning at 11 a.m. You can watch them right here live on 7. And 7's Joe Rose, who you just heard from, will be live in Washington. His live reports begin the night before, Sunday at 10 on the night team.
Still ahead here from the night team, an airboat bursting into flames in the middle of the Everglades. How the injured riders got back to dry land. The story first on 7.
New tonight, another wreck on the water. This one taking a tragic turn.
Another group of migrants trying to make their way to South Florida.
And research from a team of South Florida scientists could help save an endangered species. That's coming up in tonight's 7 Spotlight.
Hey, Mark, with YouTube Premium, there are no ads. Keep going, little daddy. Get YouTube Premium. All YouTube, no interruptions.
The first ever Genesis GV70. Proud to be named Motortrend's 2022 SUV of the Year.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together. And we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to virtual visits and extra safety measures at all locations, we're with you on this journey. For every infusion you follow, for every step of the way, for every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when where you need it. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/access. Make this year your year in Cadillac. Shine bright in the striking XT4 or the sophisticated XT5. Stand out in the 3-row XT6 or arrive in the iconic Escalade. Visit your showroom today. Get 0% APR for 36 months, plus 500 purchase allowance on a 2022 Cadillac XT4, XT5, and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Whew, Mom had a long day.
Sweetie, we're here for your music video.
Isn't there an ad playing?
With YouTube Premium, there are no ads. So keep the rapping, Icy Queen. Get YouTube Premium. All YouTube, no interruptions.
It's a story you saw first on 7. An airboat blazed moments after a trip to the swamp coast.
No, what happened? That?
One boat crashing into another, sparking a big fire.
As the night team's Jessica Holly reports, several people were flung into the water in this Everglades emergency.
15999 Lock, Sahachi Road, Sector 91A Alpha.
A call for help coming from the Everglades in West Broward as an airboat burns in the water.
It's going to be an airboat accident.
We had 2 boats that collided. It looks like 2 or 3 people were thrown out of the boat.
They were able to get them all ashore. Everyone's accounted for.
There's nobody in the water.
So you can see it's burning. You're out of control.
At 7 Skyforce over the fiery wreckage around 11 Friday morning. Meanwhile, at the Loxahatchee Road boat ramp, rescue units with the Coral Springs Parkland Fire Department tended to the injured who had been pulled from the water. 4 people taken to the hospital, 2 of them with serious injuries.
A lot of black smoke. It was a little scary.
Jill Atkinson was on a tour herself when her airboat passed the
The boat was on its side. There's a big hole in the boat. Most of it was on fire. Debris was all around it.
And there was a big dent in the side of it like it had been T-boned.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission taking over the investigation and taking lots of pictures. Their focus on this vessel at the boat ramp, the Sawgrass Express.
Preliminary information suggests that 2 airboats, commercial airboats, collide out in our wildlife management area. This is all still early information, but what we have right now, there were 4 injured people on an airboat, and they were all transported to Broward North Hospital.
The wreckage has to also be a big piece of this puzzle, but the FWC hasn't said when or if it will be brought to shore.
Reporting in Parkland, Jessica Hawley, 7 News, 19.
Tragedy on the water, this time in southwest Miami-Dade. A person is dead tonight after a personal watercraft accident. Police responded to a murky canal along Southwest 85th Street and 77th Avenue a short time ago. It's unclear if the rider crashed or simply fell off and drowned.
Another group of migrants stopped on shore in the Florida Keys. 10 people waded to shore after their boat ran aground. Border Patrol took them all into custody. They will be processed and returned to their home countries. 4 adults saved by Customs and Border Protection after their boat started sinking. This happened today off Marathon. Agents were training nearby when they heard the Mayday call. All 4 were safely brought back to shore, and the boat was towed in as well.
Now on the 19, once a sea turtle hatches, it's a mystery where they go when they head out into the open ocean.
But thanks in part to a team from Florida Atlantic University, the mystery is about to be solved. Kevin Ozovic has tonight's 7 Spotlight.
Okay, so this turtle ate everything today.
Florida Atlantic University's Marine Lab is an exciting place to be these days. That's because the team here is involved in a groundbreaking project.
This is one of the battery-powered tags that we deployed.
They are using minuscule satellite tags to track young green sea turtles. The research will solve the mystery of where young sea turtles go and what they do as they mature. That time spent at sea is called the lost years.
We're trying to fill that about where these little turtles are going in the ocean at that stage of their life, which is a big unknown at the moment.
Dr. Sean Williamson and PhD student Emily Turla recently joined other researchers at the Cayman Turtle Center on Grand Cayman Island. The group released 30 young green sea turtles that were raised at the center.
We satellite tagged 30 turtles in one day, which I think is impressive and might be a record.
They use techniques developed at FAU to attach the trackers.
We taught the staff and other people involved just how to prep the turtle's shell for tag attachment, the different materials needed, and how you have to handle those materials.
Each microsatellite tag weighs less than a penny and attaches to the turtle's shells with marine-grade epoxy.
We're actually the first researchers in the world to have been applying these tags, so we're learning as we go as well.
The sea turtles were at 3 different stages of life when they were released in late January. Those age differences will give researchers new insights into their day-to-day lives.
Where the older turtles going to go to sort of shallower sort of areas of the ocean where they're diving for bottom feeding more, where the younger one's going to go to the more open ocean environments.
And it answers the important question, just where do they go? Sean and Emily now check the turtles' movements online.
I was expecting more of them maybe to head through this passage here.
They're learning the turtles have spread out in all different directions.
Some of them have been traveling huge distances already, from the Caymans right down to the Panama coastline, almost down towards Colombia, some further up north, towards the Mexican coastline, towards Jamaica, towards Cuba as well.
The constantly updated location information is new and exciting.
When you're in it, you don't really realize how cool it is. When we get these data analyzed, we'll be able to answer some questions about them that people haven't been able to answer.
And finding answers to those questions could help conservationists find solutions to keeping an endangered species safe. If you know someone, some group, or someplace we should spotlight, email us at 7spotlight@WSDN.com. Kevin Ozovic, 7 News.
Well, if you'd like to see where the sea turtles are going, just head to our website at WSDN.com.
We find the sea turtles. Yeah. Next on South Florida's 19, dozens of passengers stuck and stranded on the runway. Where do the airport workers go?
And new footage of winds whipping up a devastating wildfire.
And I'm Mike DePasquale. Coming up, we have you covered with the Canes men's and women's basketball team. They have their dancing shoes on and don't plan to stop during the March Madness party. Also on the court, no Jimmy Butler tonight as he faces one of the worst teams in the West. Trey would happen against the Oklahoma City Thunder later in the Suns' court.
The Fort Lauderdale International Auto Show is back. Bring your family and friends to the Broward County Convention Center, Thursday, March 24th to Sunday, March 27th to see the hottest new vehicles, including electric, benefiting the motor control clubs of Broward County.
Dad, you're asleep.
How about sushi?
I just had sushi for lunch yesterday. And you?
Maybe.
That tire restaurant we went to a couple weeks ago?
How about tacos?
Tacos.
Automatic emergency braking. One of 6 advanced safety features standard on every 2022 Chevy Equinox. Find new technology. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Life is about showing up and about showing them you care. So show up for your health and theirs. HCA Florida Healthcare makes your care easier, friendlier, and smarter. You're at the center of it all. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you.
As South Florida's largest dealer with America's most fuel-efficient brand, Rick Case saves you more. Come see our brand new vehicle arrivals. Some get up to 60 mpg highway, and they're all at our guaranteed lowest price. Only Rick Case gives you up to a 20-year warranty. And with your Rick Case Rewards card, you save at our discount gas center. Plus, buy now and don't pay a dime till summertime. We're keeping more cash in your pocket when you need it most. Now at every Rick Case dealership.
Rick Case serving you for 60 years.
The Fort Lauderdale International Auto Show is back. Bring your family and friends to the Broward County Convention Center, Thursday, March 24th to Sunday, March 27th to see the hottest new vehicles, including electric, benefiting the Boys and Girls Clubs of Broward County. The Fort Lauderdale International Auto Show opens Thursday, March 24th.
A plane safely landed, but the passengers were left stranded. They were abandoned on board after an airline staffer went home.
Yeah, and they were stuck in the cabin until the state police arrived to that airport. Passengers on board a JetBlue flight stranded on the tarmac after landing in Massachusetts on Monday. The crew that was supposed to work the jet bridge had apparently gone home.
It was silence, and the pilot said, I have something embarrassing to tell you guys. There's nobody to get you off the flight.
Passenger Sabrina Ruel says it was funny at first, but 45 minutes later, no one was laughing.
Some people are making comments like, we're starting to feel held hostage, they need to let us off, can we jump out the window?
Ruel, a mother herself, says the wait was especially hard on families on board with young kids.
You could tell they were already exhausted, and then they were stuck on the airplane for the whole time. The baby was crying.
A JetBlue spokesperson said, "We know any delay is a frustrating situation and apologize for the wait. We are working with our business partner who operates our ground team in Worcester to determine why a crew member was not in place at the jet bridge." Ruel says it doesn't make sense. The flight was on the regular schedule and was only a few minutes late.
So the state police were there, and they were going to have to kind of evacuate us from the airplane, but they also got a hold of the JetBlue general manager and had to ask him to drive from his house to the airport to let us off the airplane.
She has a good attitude about it there. It turns out the person responsible for operating the plane bridge had gone home sick. Apparently a replacement was never found. As long as you have plenty of snacks, I'm good.
And the crying baby? Poor thing.
The noise-canceling headphones.
Poor thing. Coming up tonight, a possible tornado tearing up homes near the Florida-Alabama border.
And one man says a storm victim fell asleep in his bed and woke up in the woods.
And the season of spring, although it seems like it's been here a long time, officially begins on Sunday, and we might very well find some spring showers sprouting up for the second half of the weekend. We'll talk about that and more coming up in a while.
Bro, why you want to copy my game?
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance for the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck and accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Oh, wow. We're recruiting.
Good morning.
Sorry, but we don't need any business help now. We're gagillionaires.
What?
We're gagillionaires now.
I don't get it.
We have AT&T Business Fiber with hyper gig speeds.
But just...
So thanks, we're doing great.
I'm so happy for you, but I'm just here for my order.
Oh.
Why
Entrepreneurs?
Yeah, my bowling team.
I like it.
There's money in puns.
Do business like a gigillionaire. AT&T Business Fiber now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
A thin, painted line. The only thing between you and a life-changing accident. But are these lines enough?
That's the
A
new
Subaru with
stuff.
eyesight watches the lines for any danger. You can automatically
Why always lying?
Is everyone okay?
I'm okay. I learned.
Your family is safer in a 3-row Subaru with seat.
Hello.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Yeah. Hello, neighbor.
Nicholas Children's Hospital, where your child matters most.
Breaking overnight.
For every overnight development,
Russian forces surrounding several...
Is noodles done? Background supposed to be. Not dead. Majid, what suit you want? This one? This one? Or you want that? That one? That. Yeah. Here. Play it. Why are we? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you make of this writing?
Doesn't mean anything to me, should it?
Yeah, hold on a second, I jotted something down. It seems the sacrifices need to be lowered onto the proper altars. And let's look around a little while longer.
You can play my tablet. Oh, it's dead? It's not dead. That's that my booty. I ain't. Huh? Oh, look. 2. dorks.
It seems that was correct.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Martin. Beacon Mental Hospital. Beacon Mental Hospital. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to like and subscribe to that bell. Now, I see you at the